We'd like to recognize you for 50 years of safe flying. And it's probably a little bit more special to folks up here because there's a lot of aviation pioneers in Alaska. So looking at your summary of experience, it looked like you soloed at 15. You remember like 1970, looks like.
Well, I took my first lesson at 15.
Okay.
Yeah, I soloed when I was 16 and a half, July 4th of 72.
You remember the end number of the airplane you soloed
I
in?
own it.
You still own it?
No, I don't. Yeah, I bought it in 2008. It's November 2942 Julia.
That is incredible.
And then my son, Matt, first soloed it in the year 2009 or 2010. And my older son, Tim, got his private certificate with that same exact airplane. And now I have a couple grandkids who've gotten dual out. We have several logbooks going. The 3-year-old doesn't have her own logbook yet. But she's got a couple moments of stick time.
Got a little bit of stick time. There you go. Very good.
Yeah, she does have her own little pedal plane with her end.
That's great. So it appears as though in September of 72, a couple of days after your 17th birthday, you got your private pilot certificate.
Mm-hmm.
And then on at 18, you got your commercial multi-engine instrument rating, NCFI.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty incredible. Incredible. So in August of 74, 75, you instructed at Embry-Riddle, Daytona Beach. And I'm telling you, I was down there a couple of years ago. That place is huge. And it probably was just a one hangar entourage there then. So in October of 75, you flew for the military?
Oh, I flew chartered for the military.
Chartered for the military. In March of 76 through January of 77, you worked for Cumberland Airways in Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Cumberland Airways.
Cumberland Airlines.
That is, I never heard of those folks before. So in 1976, you received your ATP. And in 77, you were flight instructing at Flight Safety in Vero Beach, which is a little ways down the road from Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
And then from January 77 to 78, you were an aircraft salesman.
Mm-hmm.
So what airplanes did you sell?
Piper.
Did you?
Just at the apogee of the general aviation
Okay.
industry. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Piper distributor.
So let's see, in March of 78, you were first officer on Ransom Airways, and that was an Allegheny commuter, and you were probably flew the Dash 7,
Mm-hmm.
which probably something that we flew up here later on back, 30 years ago.
Okay.
September of 78, on your 23rd birthday, you were only 23, man. And you had your multi-engine ATP. And then in 84, you went to work for People's Express out of New Jersey. So how did you enjoy New Jersey?
I drove there. I still lived in Pennsylvania and drove an hour each way to go to work for People Express.
Did you have to carry your own bag on People's? I remember
yeah.
People's
I
Express.
carried the passenger bag.
It's amazing what we used to do.
Mm-hmm.
So in February 87, you went to work for Federal Express in Memphis. That is pretty incredible. Flew as a Wright seat from 87 to 88 and a flight engineer on the 727. And then Wright seat on the DC-10. Later to become the MD-10. Let's see, Wright seat on the 727 from 89 to 93. And then transition to the MD-11 in summer of 93. So how did you enjoy flying the MD?
Love it. Yeah, flew that right up to the end of retirement.
Did you really?
Yeah, actually, on and off.
Summer of 95 through the summer of 2000, you were a captain on the 27. Looks like you flew quite a bit around the world, Europe, Russia. And you were instrumental in setting up instructed international procedures in the ground school as well. Then you transitioned back to the DC-10 as a captain in the summer of 2000. April 2004 to August of 2020, you were flying the MD as captain. Can you tell us a little bit about your travels around the world?
The MD-11 was, I thought, was the best bid pack to fly out of for FedEx. It was based in Memphis. We had choices of doing short trips. I was sort of tired that month. I could do the short trips, just go in the afternoon to Florida and back 12 times a month, quality of them. Or could fly over to Europe and fly intra-Europe, or could fly around the world trips or intra-Asia trips. And then toward the end, I also combined it with working out of Anchorage. I was a flex instructor as well in the simulator here and in Memphis. So I'd fly trips out of Anchorage going to the Far East and so on. But I like the round the world trips once in a while. I like to try to do those once or twice a year. But then I was sometimes ready for shorter trips. So it was a nice variety.
And it looks like you've owned quite a few airplanes. A Warrior, Comanche, and you built an experimental Mustang too, which I saw a picture of that. That thing looks pretty nice. You still have your original 150. You have a Navajo. You fly that on your own.
Yep.
Oh, that's a
Actually,
pretty
we
good.
have a partner that owns a flight school in North Mississippi, and he and his wife and women, they just enjoyed sharing that airplane, and so it stays in Mississippi. Although it's been up here 4 summers, 16 through 19.
Very good. You also have a Cessna Cardinal 177.
Yep.
I saw a picture of that. That is gorgeous. That looks really
And it's
nice.
all written. It's unbelievable. Guy took super care of it in Northwest Washington State, and it has the original interior, original plexiglass, original paint, and it's just it's original. It doesn't look. It's hard
Well, I
to
tell you, that thing looked like it's been kept very well.
Yeah, he did a good job.
So, for your total flight time, I see you have over 23,000 flight hours. That is amazing. And so with that, Kyle, would you like to tell everybody a little bit about
This is
the award?
Yeah, and the master, does everyone know what the Master Pilot Award is or what it recognizes? And for those that don't, it's a recognition. We recognize individuals that have flown the last 50 years, either civilian, military, combination, however it is, and they've never had their certificate revoked from the FAA. So they've been very good boys. And currently today, and I pulled the list this morning, there are 7,413 people that have received Master Pilots. The first one on the list was 1963. And if you think, that guy started in 1913, to make 1963. So there's not a large majority of pilots that can apply for or make the 50 years. So what we do when we start looking into this, we order a blue ribbon. This is quite thick, by the way. And we order a blue ribbon package, and everything he's sent into Oklahoma, the written tests, his private tests, and all that are all in here. And mechanics or repairman certificates, but it's all good. And
Are you going to read them all to us?
no, I did notice on his private, and this is the only one I'm going to go into, 92. And we can look and see what questions, and if we want to go in there ATP, your friends can, pry that out of your hands here and see. But this is yours, and it has been reviewed. That's what the blue ribbon is on it. And we use that for events like this, or if there's accidents or investigations, we also pull the blue ribbons. But
I noticed they didn't talk about any of your questionnaires that you had to do over.
well, and you do see in there, requests for lost certificates and stuff. And I have seen some good ones where a guy requested for a replacement because his wallet sank with his boat while he was fishing and stuff. But not in there. So, but basically, that's how they qualify and receive the Master Pilot Awards. Is 50 years plus. Because Actually, you know, you said you your first lesson was 15.
15.
So that's when the date would have started, when you first started flying.
Oh, I thought it was based on solo.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you.
No?
So anyways, just a couple other pieces that I didn't mention early on. Besides your ATP that you have, he also has an ANP and an IA. So I think I have my logbooks for my airplane in the car. I'll get them afterwards, maybe do a quick and I also see that you have Bachelor of Science, and that's you've accomplished a lot over your lifetime, and you're still young. You're only like a year older than I am. So that's pretty good. But anyways, so I'm honored to present you on behalf of the FAA and the administrator, the Wright Flyer Award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Last time I met with him, I did discuss some logbooks off and doing the actual work, so.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you're out of luck.
All right, very good.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
Oh, you're very
Appreciate it.
welcome.
Thank you for everybody coming out and saying hi, and especially want to thank Linda.
Nope, that's,
Okay. That is pretty much the end of my my piece there.
Yeah, so
You were his first student?
she was my first student.
Oh.
Today I got my CFI, which I bet you never could tell. So what do we do? It was July.
Yes.
In Baltimore.
Baltimore, oh yeah.